What's going on, people, and welcome to Man Knows Football. You are here with Roma and T. Dot. Straight after a Chelsea victory, 1-0 against Zenit St. Petersburg. We start off our Champions League title defence the way we need to go on, with 3 points on the board. I personally predicted 2-0. We got a 1-0. But lads, how we doing first and foremost? Everything good?
Yeah, man, all good, man. You know the vibes, man. We're dead there, man, always, man.
I lie, it's just becoming business as usual, innit? Every week, 3 points for Chelsea. Give me. You get me? Well, but obviously today, 1-0. Zenit St. Petersburg, personally, I was expecting them to come out and give us a bit more going forward because they do have the attacking talent to do so. But they did the opposite. They defended very well with their back five. Let's go through the first half because that was completely different to the second because that highlights the point just how well Zenit St. Petersburg were playing. So, guys, what do you think went wrong with us in the first half? I'm going to start with you, Romes. Let me know.
Not the cutting edge. There's no cutting edge. Like bare lackadaisy. Just they weren't moving the ball fast enough, really. I just think that was it, really. And like I said the other day, and I will keep saying it again, you lot don't rate Pulisic, but this a game like this is for Pulisic. I don't see no one today that could really beat a man. Pulisic is taking two man out and opening up play. Kovacic can't do it by himself from the midfield. We need them playing in the final third that can beat 2-3 man or a man at least. You understand? Reece James beat a man once that game, like that half. I think he was going down the right. He beat him once and got the ball in, but that was like the only time someone's beaten a man, and that was the problem today. We need someone that can just actually just beat a man, get the ball in. Just missed. It was just I even think Werner would have done well today. Just in space, man. It was just everything was just too compact in the middle. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It was too
teed up.
Yeah, man.
What's your thoughts on the first half, my bro?
I gotta agree with Roma. Like I think in terms of going forward, like it's mad because Zenit don't play five at the back normally as well. Mm-hmm. They normally play four at the back, but they played five, and they made it difficult for us. But at the same time as well, we've got the quality to deal with them. We've got the quality there to deal with them. We didn't do that, and I think for me, I felt it was more panic. We were rushing the ball. We weren't trying to play the passes. We get the ball, we're sloppy with it. Mason Mount sloppy. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think in terms of the first half, it just wasn't us, man. It wasn't a good performance. I'm not gonna lie. Do you know what I'm saying? And to be fair, Zenit came to play for a point. They didn't want 3 points tonight. They wanted a point. They didn't come for 3 points. So they were sitting back waiting for their little chance, the little counter attack. But they wanted to defend for 90 minutes, and it weren't gonna happen. We were gonna get a goal at some point. So I don't know, man. It was a tough game.
Yeah, literally, that's what it was. Just one of them teams just breaking down the low block, and then we done it. Right? And we got the 3 points in it. They weren't really trying to come out and play today. They just came to defend, really and truly. That's why they put 5 at the back. So, but we got
100%. I agree. I know 100%. But let's pull it back a little bit. We're going to look at the lineup. Obviously, big man Mendy in the gates. The centre back trio of Aspi, Christensen, Rudiger, wing back pairing, Reece James, Marcus Alonso, the pivot, Kovacic and Jorginho, and the front three of Ziyech, Lukaku, and Mason Mount. Now, me personally, in the first half in particular, there's 2 players that I want to pick out. That's Ziyech and Mason Mount, because I felt that although, right, I do agree with the both of you, especially with you, Romes, because you elaborated a bit in terms of like what we needed in terms of skill set to be able to beat that back five. They didn't have it. And in terms of their final ball, I thought it wasn't good enough. Because for me, Lukaku did nothing wrong. He maintained his discipline, because we often see a lot of time when centre forwards don't get the ball, they like to drop back and they crowd the midfield. Lukaku didn't do that. He held his position in and around the penalty area, around the danger position. You get me? But it's just the balls they weren't really getting to him. So I have to agree with you. Like the tempo, it was too slow. We weren't really pulling their defenses out as well. It was just all too compact. So definitely had to agree there. T-Dot, I wanted to ask you, what's going on with Ben Chilwell? Do you think that this is a game he deserved to start? Because evidently, I think in the first half, I think he should have started it.
It depends how you look at it, innit? Because I think obviously Alonso started the season well, why would you drop Alonso? And for me personally as well, you got to play your players that you think are going to win you the game. Not to say Chilwell can't, because we know what he's capable of. You get what I'm saying? He can play, but at the same time as well, look at Alonso's form. Why would you drop him?
Well, I guess with Tottenham coming up this weekend in mind, it just could be to rest him.
Yeah, I think in terms of that, I think he'll be. I think personally, I think Tuchel will still start him on Sunday. Don't forget the game's on Sunday. That's what 4 days away. That's plenty of recovery time as well.
I think
But
Werner starts on Sunday as well.
No, I think so. I think definitely Kai Havertz. Yeah, I think Kai Havertz needs to be on the bench for that one. Me personally, I think I'd start him on the bench for that game. You want to start him for the Tottenham game? Now, do you know what? Tuesday is a big game, and Kai's proved us right in big games. So yeah, I'm gonna take that back. Rome's, you're right. Thank you for reminding me. But let's get into the second half. Obviously, the second.
I feel like Mount needs to sit on the bench. That game.
What for Spurs?
Yeah, well, the one reason I say that because of today's performance. Remember, I'm a big advocate for Mount. I'll ride that flag to the walls fall off. You know what I mean? But today, I wasn't digging it. I wasn't digging.
No, absolutely not.
He lost the ball too many times, and his final ball went great. Even when he had chances to beat a man, didn't want to beat a man. He just altered. Maybe because he didn't play the last game, innit? Maybe it's a bit of ring rust, innit? Yeah. But boy, I think he should start on the bench. We get some pace in the game because we're lacking some pace up front today.
100% we were. Yeah.
We're lacking some pace. So I feel like Tottenham would expect us not to start Werner because last Werner he started. So they're expecting us not to start him. So they will set up for Mount. But we saw what Palace did to these men. I'm not gonna lie, cuz bro, I'm nothing but 3 points anyway, man. I ain't even trying to hear nothing, man.
No, 100%. But look, we gotta go.
Picking up Tottenham like I fuck these man. Yeah, 3 points, man.
We're gonna do. Listen,
Mount 3 points.
Hey, Rose, the Tottenham preview. We're gonna do that. That's gonna come later on in the week. So save some fire for that one. But we're gonna go into the second half. I'll start with you, T. Dot. We saw much better improvement in the second half. I think it was just a few words from Tommy T, just letting the boys know, look, you're not moving the ball around fast enough. You're not pulling them apart good enough. You're letting them come back to their shape far too easily. You're not giving them any challenge. And we saw that change completely. Tempo changed. It was literally off the front foot. Rudiger as well. You saw the madness that he was on. But yeah, before I get too excited about that, I'm gonna let T Dot just talk us into the second half a little bit.
Yeah, no, you hit the nail on the head. I think in terms of the second half, we started a lot better. Like you mentioned then as well, Rudiger. But I just think in terms of the way we were playing the ball, trying to get it in the channels, work the defense as well. We did a lot of that. And I think even with the way that Zenit were defending, there was no way they were going to do that for 90 minutes. There was no way they could do that for 90 minutes. We were breaking them down. The amount of pressure that we put on them in the second half, it was evident that we were going to score a goal. So I just think you look at the way that we were playing, obviously, Reece James, Alonso, even when Havertz came on as well, I thought when Havertz came on, he was crucial. I think he was for me, as much as he didn't really impact the game straight away, I think it was crucial that we made that change when we did. I'm surprised it took till the 60th minute. That would have been a change I would have made at half time, if I'm honest. But yeah, I thought we played a lot better the second half.
But you see with the halftime changes, yeah, managers don't really like to do that unless like it's a desperate situation. You get me? Like for the Saul situation we saw the weekend just gone, that was unavoidable. Yeah, he has, but I just feel like this wasn't really the calling for it. Because I'm a firm believer that if you're hooking a man off at halftime, it's an injury that you want to be careful of, or you're protecting your player because they're having an absolute nightmare. Because I just think it's a bit of a degrading time to be pulled off the field. You see what I'm saying? Some players don't really, you get me? They don't respond well to that. But that's really each his own. I think when Havertz did come on, he stretched them a little bit. There was one opportunity where I think he could have made it 2-0. Do you remember when he was on, I believe it was the left side, and he cut it back in the middle in the penalty area? The one time Lukaku wasn't there. You get me?
He ran 2 foot. Yeah, it was behind him. He played the ball behind him.
It should have been there. Unfortunately, it wasn't. But Kai definitely, he did look lively. Rome's, Rome's. You see,
Yo.
Rudiger. I need you to just tell them about Rudy, bro, because they're not hearing us. They're not hearing us, blood. Let them know.
Best centre back in the world right now, man.
Come on, bro. This is what I'm saying. I'm hearing Ruben Diaz. I'm hearing mad names, bruv.
It's either him or Christensen. I'm not gonna lie. Them two are the best centre backs in the world right now. I'm not trying to hear Van Dijk and all of that, man.
Hey, Roma loves Christensen, you know. I rate Christensen, but Roma loves Christensen, you know. I'm telling you.
Look, what did you do today? You put a foot wrong today, boy.
100%.
You, man, 100.
Remember, my problem with Christensen was this. He's always a ball player in midfield. He can play with the feet. He's tackling. He's strong, yeah, mentally as well. But what problem was it when he come back? The guy was never winning headers. He was getting out jumped by Aguero, all these funny guys. But now he's realized, listen, I'm 6'3". What am I playing?
It's part of his game now, isn't it?
That's why his game now. Everything in the air. He's
bread and butter.
Bread and butter, man. And that's all he needed. And that's what I'm saying. He's solid now, man. That's my boy.
I think the centre back trio, as usual, bruv. It's like, do you know, it's getting to a point like with our centre back trios, whichever ones we pick, it's just the same shit over and over again. It's just world class performance. You just know it now. You see what I'm saying?
The same team that played against Villa. Come on, he switched up again. This is what I'm trying to tell people. They don't understand. The firepower is too much. I don't care who starts. Really, just don't start Sol on Sunday.
Yeah, that's it. And Tito, what I will say is the few opportunities that Zenit did have, bro, we defended it comfortably. There was two opportunities that kind of made me shit myself a little bit. I'm gonna start off with the one where Rudiger came across last second, bro, to get that ball. It was one of the Brazilians that had it. It might have even been Claudinho or something. It might have been him or the Iranian forward Sadar. One of the two, actually.
That all stemmed from what's his face. Like I said, man, he's a bit. I'm not too sure. Well, I like him, but today he didn't really have a good game. You understand? Reece James, man. Like Reece James, he's a bit erratic as well, man. Like like I said with Chelsea, it's coming from Reece James. It's coming from Reece James. All the time it's gonna come from him. You get me? It's gonna come from that side. The other time, I think was that.
It was the Zubia chance. Oh no, you're talking about Reece James.
I'm talking Reece James, isn't it?
He was erratic tonight, man.
He was erratic tonight. There's something about him. I don't know what it is, mate, but I forgot. He ain't played football in a minute himself. You get me? Because of the red card. But mate, we'll see in it. It was just a couple players were getting their feet wet today. They missed the last game against Villa, so I can't really be too hard on them. But Reece James today, I'm expecting get behind the man. He's moving like he don't have pace. Like he moves like he don't have pace. Like get behind the man. I
will say this about Reece though, is that in the second half I saw some technical brilliance from him though. I saw some flashes. You remember that bit of play where he had like 3 defenders around him and he just literally twinkle toes them and just got out of it when he almost fell.
He's good at that.
He's got that.
He's good at
that. He can do that. But he's moving like he can't get him behind.
He's slow, yeah. He looked a bit sluggish, I lie. No, he's not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But when I say slow, I don't mean pace-wise. I just mean behind the game a little bit. But it could be down to what we're saying, bruv. He ain't had a couple of games. And then obviously a red card in a big game like that might kind of... You see what I'm saying? But T-Dot, we did get the breakthrough later on in the game. Man like Bolingoli on the score sheet, bruv. The pride of Africa. Now the pride of Stamford Bridge. You get me? Assist from the man, Kovacic, who is just on fire, bro. Absolutely on fire.
It wasn't Kovacic.
But it was Aspi. Yeah, Aspi slapped the crossing, didn't he? Yeah, it was Aspi.
That's vintage Aspi, bro.
Yeah.
That's what he does, though. That's what he does.
There, bro.
Yeah, he used to do it for Morata. Remember, it was always Aspi to Morata. That's him.
That's his thing, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know why I said cover? Because I was thinking of that ball that he played for Marcos Alonso. Just because he had one in the second. Yeah, he had one in the second half, so I got mixed up with that. But T-Dot, that finish from Lukaku, man, talk us through the difficulty of that, because people are just saying that literally just nodded it in. You get me?
No. That's, you see, with Lukaku, yeah, that's what we've been missing last season. We never had that last season. We wouldn't have won that game last season. Do you get what I'm saying? But in terms of the goal, it's not easy. Like, remember as well, Zenit, the way they set up, they were marking constantly all game. He didn't really get a sniff. The thing with Lukaku, when you try and mark him, you got to either stay very close to him, which is dangerous, or you give him a bit of space, which is very dangerous as well. That's the two things with Lukaku. That's how with the way he plays, you can't give him too much space, and that's the only time I think during the game that he actually got a little bit of space to make the header. It's not easy. It's not easy when you think how close he was as well to the goalkeeper. It's not easy.
Yeah, and they had to time that jump as well to perfection, because it's not like it was. Because you see, Rones, the ball that Aspi played, right? It wasn't the fastest ball. So, like, as a striker, it's even more crucial for you to time that jump so you get the right, obviously, the direction and the power into it, which is what he did. He got the ball down, keeper couldn't beat it. It was textbook. He did what a striker was supposed to do. Down low so the keeper can't get it into the far corner. And like I said, for that ball, the way it was moving, it wasn't the fastest. So for him, he had to time his jump. Obviously, he had pressure on him. But Rome's, can you tell me of a striker currently in the Prem who was as good as him in the box? Obviously, Ronaldo don't count. He's a cheat character. We've already said what we need to say about Cristiano. But is there anyone else in the Prem that has as good movement in the box as him?
Right now, I can't say there is. Right now, I can't say there is. Really and truly, it's Lukaku's season to win it all, man. You know what I mean? If he really means business, he can win it all.
No, he does, man. He does.
That's what I'm saying. I'm seeing it. You get me? I'm expecting, the big games. You scored against Arsenal, Liverpool. I understand there was 10 men. Now Tottenham. I want to see something.
That's it.
I want to see something.
Do you think this is a different Lukaku that we've seen from the most recent Premier League appearance at Manchester United? Because you still get trolls like Apple. We're going to come on to that joke man side in a minute anyway, after what happened earlier. But like, you got trolls like Apple that just say, wait till he finds the Krispy Kremes before he like gets into his... I think this is a completely different one, bro. You can even see by his physique, like this guy has gotten a lot more disciplined. He's chiseled to fuck. He's strong as shit. He looks like he's ready for the Prem. You get me? But Rones, hey, listen, it seems, hey, God has a good hand on us, you know, bro, because it just seemed like after you put out that controversial, a lot of people calling it controversial, Man United, the shit, that. After that, look at what's happened today. Bro, they're getting taken for young boys. I thought they were playing young boys.
What is this? People are watching football with their phones in their hands. People don't watch football.
Yeah,
they're not
100%.
watching football anymore. What people are doing nowadays, they're watching football with their phones in their hands. They're not watching football. I'm watching football. Their midfield is this is just a beginning. Ronaldo don't know what he signed for. He thought Juventus was bad. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning, bro. It's the beginning. Because like I said, he's going to save them. He could have saved them a draw today, but not every time he's going to be able to save you, boy. Not every time, man. You get me? Not every time he's going to be able to save you, man. He doesn't know what he signed up for. He's going to be throwing that. What he threw the arm, man. He's going to be doing a lot of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
A lot of that this season. You think he's chatting to anyone in the locker room today? Young boy.
He's fuming.
He's fuming because he listen, for him to get subbed off, and they drop points as well.
Oh man,
that's a big deal.
I think he's talking today. He's not talking.
Did you see his face after the game when they conceded, bro?
It's a big deal, man. Listen, the guy's a serial winner. He's a winner. He's gone to United to not win things, if we're honest.
That's crazy. To actually have a man.
Hey, I love it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I love it. And here's the thing, lads. You see, when I saw, obviously you lot let me know in the group chat, I only caught really the second half. When I saw United went down to 10 men, I said it's over. It's curtains. Because Oli ain't got the balls to still persist with an attack. He's just gonna sit back and park the bus. And young boys, hey, listen, not only did young boys win that game, lads, young boys absolutely slapped Manchester United. They disrespected them because there was one point. I know, hold on, Rones. At 1 second. At no point should a team called Young Boys ever have a Premier League team camped in their own half. I don't care if you got 10 men. It doesn't happen. And for 45 minutes, do you know what I saw? Young Boys in their half. Bare pressure, bruv. Bare pressure.
They were time wasting with 60 minutes on the clock.
It's crazy from that.
Do you get what I'm saying?
From the first half. From the first half, Young Boys were slapping shots. They were showing that they weren't here to play games. From the first half, they didn't even need 10 men. From the first half, Young Boys showed that we were here to play, bro. You get me? They could have got that win with them with 11 man. That's what people don't understand. 10 man made it even more.
Yeah.
Funny.
Hey, you know,
made it more funnier.
Bro, you made a good point. Hey, listen.
Clowns. I was
listen
about
to this.
Chelsea run.
No, I was just gonna read some stats. Literally, I was gonna read some stats of the game. Yeah. Young Boys had 19 shots, blood. Manchester United had 2.
On 2 on target, yeah. That's from the first half as well.
Brother.
That's from the first half, bro.
Young Boys had 16 chances created. Manchester United had 3. Brother. Young Boys had 388 accurate passes. Man United had 324. Young Boys had 86% pass success. Young Boys had 79%. What is going on, bro?
That's shit, man. I'm not even trying to say it like that, but it's just like, you get me? There's no other word of describing it, innit? You get me? They make everything look good. Not everything that glitters is gold, you get? And that's what
Big facts. Big facts.
They're just glittering. They're just glittering.
Yeah.
It looks nice. Sancho, Pogba, Bruno, Ronaldo. Yeah,
we need to get onto Sancho, actually.
Nice.
We need
But
to
like
drop.
I said,
We need to talk about him
doesn't know what he
because
signed up for as well, bro. Like, these men didn't know what they signed up for.
listen, he's dropping 4 out of 10s.
Because you know what it is? You got to remember we're United now, yeah? Are we going on to United or are we still talking Chelsea?
No, we're done. We're done with the Chelsea. I'll outro that in a minute. We're done with that.
With the United thing, you got to realize Bruno's still the star man, yeah, and now Ronaldo's involved. Now Ronaldo's the star man. So who are we playing through? They realize, like, when they play through Pogba, they realize that it's that's what it is, isn't it? Play through Pogba, but they're not trying to play through Pogba. You're trying to play through Bruno, and then when you're playing through Bruno's selfish, fam. He's selfish, bro. He doesn't care about anyone else playing good. As long as I get my goal, cousin, do my little dance and all my little ear thing, I'm good. You understand? And that's what it is. Bruno's not tracking back. Bruno don't know how to defend, bro. But get me a clip of Bruno doing the slide tackle right now, bro. Bruno don't know how to defend. Pogba don't know how to defend.
100%.
So when it comes to like red card and 10 men are sitting in your box, that's a nightmare waiting to happen. Because you're telling these men to defend. They can't defend to save their lives, bro.
Nah, they can't.
To you. And that's why I was saying, look at the difference between Chelsea. That's what I'm even no bias. I'm being 100 because man watch football. Look at the difference between Chelsea going 10 men against a team like Liverpool. You went 10 men against a team like Young Boys and ended up losing. There's levels to this.
Big man thing. Yeah.
There's levels to this. I'm not even trying to toot, man. But there's levels to this. And you lot thought you lot can do the same thing. You lot go get men against Liverpool, you're losing 7-0. There's levels to this. Like, come on, man. This is Young Boys.
100%.
Next you got Villarreal. Who's playing right back? Who's playing right back?
It's a mess.
You might
it's a
not
mess.
make it out this group again, and that's what I was telling Apple.
What, Europa?
Listen,
Europa thing. It might be a Europa thing for United, you know. But obviously,
Ronaldo will quit. He will quit.
Yeah, he ain't staying for that.
He will quit the club. You think Ronaldo's going to the Europa with him? He'll quit the club. He'll become a free agent. He'll quit the company. Free agent.
Obviously, Rome's. I didn't get to wrap up the Chelsea thing properly. Before we wrap that up, I just wanted to see who your man of the match was between the two of you. I'll start with you two, though. Who's your man of the match?
Rudiger.
I have to go with Rudiger as well. Rome's, who was your man of the match?
I'll give it to Rudiger as well.
So Rudiger gets the man of the match, unanimous decision here from the Chelsea trio, the Man Knows Football panel. You get me? So he gets our certified man of the match approval. But yeah, listen, thank you very much for joining in. Also in the comments, make sure you engage in there, man. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know who your man of the match was, what you thought of individual performances, who stood out for you, who could have done better for you, how you think we're going to do in this group, and if you think we're going to retain our Champions League title. Let us know down there. And also let us know if you think Man United is shit, because that shit's funny. And we're going to continue running with that. Because this whole Cristiano Ronaldo shit is getting annoying. Big dogs here, and we're going to show you this season. But on that note, T-Dot, thank you very much for joining in. Roma, as always, thank you much for joining in. To all those who are watching, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you do like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. You get me? We're almost at 2,000 subs. Help us get there. You get me? We're working hard for you, and I know you're working hard for us, but continue to make it happen. So wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is, be safe, bless.